Scene opens with a vibrant, fast-paced montage of Freetown, Sierra Leone. Clips of Sarah and Ishiatu in a makeshift studio, laughing, adjusting microphones, and looking confident. Upbeat, modern Afrobeats music plays. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's probably a little too real for some of us. It's about love, lies, and the absolute chaos that happens when your life doesn't match your own advice. Let's talk about the queens of love talk. Picture this, Freetown. Bustling, alive, and right in the middle of it all, two best friends, Sarah Kont and Ishiatu Tukamer. They're the masterminds behind a super popular podcast called Love Talk Serial. Their mission? To teach women how to walk away from, and I quote, nonsense men, and people love them for it. Their DMs are flooded with praise. Brands are sending them free wigs, lip gloss, you name it. They're on top of the world. In front of their pink ring lights and perfectly curated backdrop, they drop gems like, love is peace, not pain. They look flawless, confident, and like they have it all figured out. But here's the tea. Behind the smiles and motivational quotes, their own love lives are a complete and utter dumpster fire. Let's start with Sarah. Her boyfriend Kelvin is a musician. Or at least that's what he calls himself. Lately, his biggest hit seems to be ghosting her. The calls have stopped, the texts are dry, and the silence is deafening. Then there's Ishiatu. Her man Abdul is an entrepreneur, and I am using air quotes here because his main business venture seems to be borrowing her money and her car with no return on investment in sight. So you have these two powerful women on camera telling thousands of followers to demand respect and ditch the drama while off camera. They're staring at their phones, waiting for a call that will come and checking their bank accounts to see how much is missing this week. They're preaching peace while living in pain. Their hearts are breaking, but the show must go on, right? The story takes a turn one morning. Sarah's scrolling through social media, probably looking for a new meme to post when she sees it. A photo of her dear Kelvin lounging by a hotel pool. How does she know it's recent? The hotel towel he's casually draped over his shoulder is stamped with today's date. The rage is instant. She absolutely loses it, screaming, "My enemies are in swimming pools." It's dramatic, it's hilarious, and it's so painfully real. Their landlady, the wise and witty Mama Mans, overhears the commotion and just cackles. You two need deliverance before you can deliver others. She sees right through their polished podcast personas. But even with this personal five-alarm fire burning, what do? They set up the mics, hit the lights, and go live. Tonight's topic? How to spot a liar. Oh, the irony. As Sarah is passionately explaining the telltale signs of a deceptive man, Ishiatu's phone buzzes on the table. It's a text from Abdul, her darling entrepreneur. The message? He needs money, again, for another urgent business opportunity. Ishiatu has to plaster on a smile and nod along with Sarah's advice, all while her own relationship drama is literally vibrating on the table in front of her. By the end of the night, the truth hits them like a ton of bricks. They aren't just in bad relationships. They are dating certified disasters. But do they crumble? Do they hide? Nope. These are content creators after all. They decide to channel their heartbreak into their next big episode. The title? How to Stay Strong When Men Are Weak. They turn their tears into a teachable moment. And outside their door, you can hear Mama Mans laughing, her voice carrying through the wall. Two queens of heartbreak continue advising the world. Then comes Valentine's week. The ultimate test. Sarah and Ishiatu decide it's time to prove to their followers that they actually practice what they preach. They plan a special live episode and invite their boyfriends, Kelvin the musician and Abdul the entrepreneur, to join them on the show. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. The show starts. They're all smiles, trying to sell this picture of perfect, healthy relationships. But their audience is sharper than they think. Viewers start flooding the comments. Wait, isn't that Kelvin the scammer from Crewtown Road? Another writes, that's Abdul. He owes my cousin money. The chat is exploding. And then it gets worse. Live on air, Kelvin's phone rings. Sarah glances at the screen, the caller ID. Babe number 4. At the exact same moment, a text notification pops up on Abdul's phone, right there for the camera to see. It's from a woman asking when he's going to pay her back. Total chaos. The live stream descends into an absolute train wreck. Within minutes, the hashtag Love Talk scandal is trending all across Freetown. The blogs have a field day. Love coaches exposed by their own men, the headlines scream. It's a public humiliation of epic proportions. Their brand, their credibility, everything they've built is up in flames. For a moment, they're crushed, mortified. They could have easily deleted their accounts and disappeared forever. But instead, they do something incredibly brave. They decide to lean into the mess. They turn their biggest failure into their next big show. The new episode is titled, "Even Coaches Bleed. No More Pretending." They go live, faces tear-streaked, and they confess everything. They tell the whole story, the lies, the heartbreak, the humiliation. They're vulnerable, they're honest, and surprisingly, they're hilarious. In the middle of their heartfelt confession, Mama Man's, never missing a beat, shouts from the background, "Tell them you use your content money to feed your boyfriends." And just like that, the internet falls in love with them all over again. This time, not for their perfect advice, but for their perfect imperfection. Their raw honesty is more powerful than any motivational quote they'd ever shared. This scandal becomes their relaunch. Their brutal honesty doesn't just save their careers, it makes them more famous than ever. They rebrand the podcast. It's no longer Love Talk Serial, it's now Love, Lies, and Lessons. Their new brand is built on radical transparency. Sarah kicks off every new episode by shouting, "Welcome to the Clinic of Bad Decisions!" And Ishiatu fires back with, "Where we diagnose foolishness and love starting with ourselves." Their following explodes. People are tired of curated perfection. They're hungry for reality, and these two are serving it up hot and fresh every week. Even their exes, Kelvin and Abdul, seeing their newfound fame, try to crawl back with public apologies on social media. But Sarah and Ishiatu are done. They just laugh, screenshot the pathetic apologies, and turn them into more content for the next episode, dissecting every line of their non-apologies. The final scene of our story is simple. The sun is setting over Freetown. Sarah and Ishiatu are sitting on their veranda, not with fancy cocktails, but with bottles of Maltina, a classic Sierra Leonean soft drink. They toast to their journey, to the mess, to their victory. "Well," Sarah says, taking a sip, "at least they now call us the queens of heartbreak, not the queens of foolishness." They both burst into laughter, a genuine, freeing sound. They've managed to turn their chaos into comedy, their tears into triumph. Because in their world, they've learned the ultimate lesson. Sometimes, the best content isn't about having all the answers. It's about bravely sharing your questions. In their world, heartbreak is content. What an incredible story of resilience and turning your mess into your message. It just goes to show that authenticity is the most powerful currency we have. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments what you think. See you in the next one.